Hello guys and welcome to this tutorial. Today I show you my workflow for Marvelous Design in Cinema4D. Yesterday I got a message from a viewer that want to know how to use an animation from Cinema4D or Maximo or something in Marvelous and export the cloths to Cinema4D that is animated. And I did this a lot of time, I don't know, and that's because I make this quick tutorial. It's really easy, but it takes a little bit of time and you need to prepare something. So we start into Cinema4D. This is in Cinema4D. As you can see, we have a little Maximo animation. As you can see, it's like a dude is running like this. And first, you need to increase your frame rate, your frames. The problem is I imported the FBX file. Sometimes you have this problem that everything is grayed out and you can't use it. If you have this bug, just press Ctrl A or select everything, press Ctrl C, make a new file, import it in here. Get rid of the textures. Sometimes it doesn't work, you need to re-import it, but it's not a problem, you can fix it later. So this is my character. It has already clothes. I think it's better if you use a character that don't have cloths, and yeah, maybe you use your own character or something. And then we increase it to 300 and go to -30 or something in here. And now we need to select everything again instead of the mesh. So you just have the bones, and this is working fine. And then you go to you select all of your like keyframes. It takes a little bit of time to calculate it and move it to the left a little bit, something like 25 or 30 frames. It doesn't matter that much how long. It should be have a little bit of time. So what we're doing now is like setting up a T-pose. It's important to set up this T-pose before you go to your Marvelous project, because if you have custom clothes, you need to set up the pose. So yeah, like I show you it in real. Wait. So you have like the T-pose, and your clothes are set in the T-pose, and then it goes to the pose where you have, and the animation starts. So it's important that you just move your clothes first to the start pose of your animation, and then start the animation, instead of building the clothes or the I don't know, jacket or something around your existing pose, because it's dumb and you can't reuse it. So every time when you do something like this, build it in a T-pose and set up the thing. So what we're doing for now is really easy. We go to all of your bones. Wait. We need to have it in here, and as you can see, you can set everything to 0. So it looks like this, and you create a keyframe for everything. So as you can see, now it's going to the pose and going into, but obviously it looks really dumb. And the only thing you need to do is make your things here invisible and go to the feet. And then you need to figure out what is the right one. So this is the right one, but sometimes you need to set it to 180. Then you need to take a look. As you can see, it spins around before it goes to the pose. That's wrong, so you need to go for -180. And now it stands and goes. That's good. If it looks like this, it's perfect. So for other feet, we need 180 again, I guess, because it's the opposite. Perfect. So as you can see, you have the T-pose, and it sticks to the thing, or to the animation. So this is important. It's really easy to understand, I guess. So we go for 90 in here, and obviously -90 in here. So as you can see, you have the T-pose now. I think it's not, I don't know, maybe it's not a T-pose, or you need to A-pose sometimes. So if it don't work and you need to make something like pants, so maybe you go for something like this for the start, so you have a little bit of A-pose. No, this is A-pose. So maybe your pants are not fitting, or the thing that you have under your body, on the lower body, the cloth that you made, maybe sometimes you need to do a pose. This is like, you know, it's forming an A, and if you set it back, it's like a T. I think you understand what I mean. So, as you can see, it's working perfectly. So now you have that. That's perfect. So that's a quick prepare for your animation. If you wanna, if you have something like in this case, you can animate it first. So I mean the movement in cinema. So you could do it like this, and you go for something like animation start is, I think, on here. So go to this and set it up first. So if you have something like animation that is on place, you can animate your character first. That's also working, but you also could do this after you animate it, and you need to put your cloth and your character in the null. And yeah, or you export this. This is also working. I think I go for the second thing. So we animate it first in place and move it after I animated everything. Okay, I hope you understand it. And we export this as an alembic. So you go to File. Oh, you can't see that really. Wait. Record only, go for export alembic, and go to this one, and make sure you have the right keyframes. It's like this. So this is your length. This is not that much, that doesn't matter that much. You need to set this up in Marvelous also, but I'll show you how to do that. But yeah, this is working. So we save this, in here and go for character. So now it's exporting everything to Marvelous Designer, or as Alembic. It's important that you have Alembic. You could also go for a FBX file, but FBX, I guess, is not working with animations. So make sure you go for Alembic file and go to File and go to Marvelous Designer, go to File, Import, and go to Alembic, and then you import your character. So this is an important thing. I don't know how to figure it out perfectly, but if you have something like your clothes ready, and you need to figure out how big it is and how you scale it up, you should go for this values, and it's important that you remind the values that are in here. I'll show you what I mean. So I imported 100 millimeters. As you can see, it's really small. It looks a little bit too small, so maybe we go for this pullover. And as you can see, my preset that I made is way too big for that. But it's really hard to downscale your cloth, so you need to upscale your character. So import it again and try something like 1000. Maybe that is working, maybe not. You need to figure it out. I think this is working. I created this cloth in the A pose. That's a little bit weird. If you have this problem, you could easily go for your cloth stuff and move it around like this. So you could have some bugs if you do this like that. So just try to simulate it first and take a look how it works, but it works almost very good. As you can see, you have the bugs in here, and just move it, and as you can see, it's looking great. It's a little bit like skinny fit. Maybe you like it, maybe not. So if you don't like it, just go for a little less size. I don't know, like instead of 1000 you use 900 and fit it into, and you have a little bit wider fit of the pullover. It looks a little bit too small for him, but I think for the tutorial it is good. And if you wanna simulate it now, just go into this be on and go to record, and then you have this like animation, and it looks smooth, it looks good, it's perfect. So we simulate it first, and we have it done. Okay, sometimes you have something like this bugs, it's working really good, and you have like, yeah, as you can see that something is intersecting, the arm is intersecting with the clothes, so maybe you need to go for less or more skin offset, or you need to cut out the arms first in Cinema and re-export it as a limbic without the arms, and it doesn't, you know, interact and collide with the clothes. I think for the tutorial it works, but if you have something like this issues, try my solutions that I told you. So it's good. I think that it's working. So if you want to export it, it depends on what you want to do. If you just want to put a texture on it and don't make something like different colors and clothes and everything, you just can go for the Alembic export. And this is what you do first. So you go for the Alembic export and go for cloth. That's fine. Sometimes you can go to thick, I go to thin. This is also working, the frame rate is right. You could go for 1000 in here, but we know we put in 1000 in this here, so it's working fine, and we need to set up the Alembic later. That's completely fine. And so if you want to do something like UV mapping, or go for advanced texture stuff, go for Substance Painter or something, you also need to export this as FBX. So really easy, we go for, oh, not import, go for export FBX, and there we're gonna do. So we go for UV and the FBX file. Maybe we go to the first frame for that one. So export FBX and go for UV. So everything is still fine, go OK, and it will export that as a FBX file. We just switch the scene again and you can see me. Good. So for the import, go for open, go for the cloth first, go for OK, and it's empty. Sometimes you need to go for Control A and go for file again and export Alembic and replace the cloth. Yes. So again, export FBX, UV, and replace it. Same thing. Fine, go for here and go again to open and cloth. Now you have the cloth in it. So as you can see, you have some weird issues with the cloth in here and the samples, or subdivision, I don't know, poly count. As you can see, it's a low poly count. If you want to fix that, you have two solutions. First, go to your fabric or to your like cloth that you have in here. So you could go for Control A, or if you just have problems with this one, you could just go for the government and make a particle distance higher than 20, like something like 15 or something. Don't go too low, so you have too much of polygons. I think this is working. But what you also can do, to fix that, you should try this first, is go for the font tag, go for 90 or something like 180. I think that it is working fine, and go for subdivision surface and put it on it. You should disable that for your animation part and you're working on the scene or everything, and enable it again when you render that, so that is just like if you have like not a good PC and wanna run it smoothly. As you can see, it lags a little bit, and if you disable that, it's working fine. So yeah, how to drag it on your character. So you already created a new file, I guess. This was this one, I guess. No, this one. Wait, maybe we import the character to the scene. Yes. So as you can see, the character is really small and the government is big. So you go for divided by 100. Okay. It's centimeters, so you need to divide it by 10. Okay, something is wrong. Wait. Where's my file? Wait, something is weird. Okay, maybe we import the character that we have. So you should save the character that you exported and don't do it like me. It's a little bit weird. So now it's working. Yeah. Okay. And now we can go for divided by 10, and then it fits perfectly. So as you can see, it works. You have your cloth on it, and as you can see, if you go to UV unwrapping, you have already a UV in here, and it's perfectly fine, but sometimes it doesn't work. And the problem with Alembic files is you can't change the UV. So how to change it if it is buggy or something? If you do a full outfit like pants or something, you have something that is out in here and not inside of this window, and or it's overlapping with some things, and you need to fit everything in one UV. If you have a cloth, that's a little bit bad, that you need to fit your whole outfit into UV, and you need to go for a high-res texture to get the best detail or something. But yeah, this is like it works. I don't know. I don't found a better workflow to do that. So if you wanna go for a custom UV and you don't want to use the Alembic, you just import your cloths, or your not your cloths, your UV FBX. This is the FBX file. Import it in here. Delete, edit it. I don't know. You can double click this. Wait. Something like if you go to here, in here, and as example, you want to change this one, you can change it. Don't make it overlap. I don't know. And I don't. Sometimes, as I told you, sometimes things are in here, and or things are too big and overlap like this. You can just double click it and move it around, and yeah, just fixing your UV. It's really easy. You get some nice UVs out of Marvelous Designer, but you need to fix it sometimes, like this. So if you have a fixed UV and this is your UV that you like, that's just the FBX file, you just delete the Alembic UV or put it above. Oh, this is locked, so you can just put it above and do it like this. So now you use your custom UV, and you could go, for example, you could go to Marvelous Design to Substance Painter and colorize your whole cloth, and yeah, so export it as FBX, color your cloth and make some nice textures, import it again and go for the textures. It just needs to look like this. So you go for this UV instead of the alembic, because you can edit the alembic UV inside here. UV set, you could disable in here and it uses this one. Easy. That is working for the UV texture, and as you can see, it's working really fine. I think I don't forget anything. And you have the animation, custom textures and everything. And if you wanna like animate everything from the place to something like a running animation, you go for '70 27 and animate it like this. And then you go to animation, linear curve. Okay, this is a little bit too slow, so go for -7 2000 or something, -2000. And now you have your running character with custom clothes. Yeah, so you could use a jacket or a mask, or I don't know, it's up to you what kind of clothes do you using. But I hope this tutorial is helping a few people to get into the workflow from animation stuff, from Marvelous Designer and close from Marvelous Designer to Cinema4D animations. So this is how it works. And I hope you like this video. I hope it helped you, and yeah, goodbye.